25-year-old Nigerian footballer Victor Osimhen has become a major topic of discussion in the football world after he accepted Napoli's one-year loan to Turkish club Galatasaray. The talented striker, famous for his impressive performance on the pitch, is currently the most sought-after African player. With rare skill and age on his side, it's no surprise that when the summer transfer window opened, pundits and fans were confident he would join a top-tier Spanish football club like Real Madrid or PSG, or an elite English club like Chelsea. On the other hand, some fans hoped the Napoli striker would move instead to a high-profile, high-paying Saudi Pro League club that was showing significant interest, so that he can cash out big from the Saudi oil money. Unfortunately, what started as a simple business of paying Osimhen a €130 million release clause ended disastrously. Despite intensive negotiations on the transfer deadline day, the reigning African Player of the Year could not secure a deal with any of the elite clubs that showed interest. As a matter of fact, the striker had to be rescued from being frozen out of Napoli's first team by a loan move to Turkish giants Galatasaray. According to reports, the loan agreement was secured on Monday, September 2, 2024. Without a doubt, this embarrassing turn of events has sparked massive reactions from football fans and pundits across the world. From a promising young player, many have described Osimhen Simbom's loan as the worst downgrade in history that could result in a career end. Nigerians have surprisingly been very positive about their star boy's move, and they praise him for standing his ground.
Hi Galatasaray fan, here is Osimhen. I'm excited to be here and I can't wait to see you at the stadium. Let's go, ciao.
But really, is this a good or bad move for Osimhen? Is this the end of his football career, and who is to blame for this mess?
Hello guys, it's T-Code here for African Glitz.
I was born and brought up in Lagos. I grew up in a place called Olishosun area of Lagos State. And where I grew up, my humble beginning was really tough for me. I lost my mom when I was a very young boy.
If any football player in the world needs no introduction, that would be young, talented and wealthy professional player Victor James Osimhen. Unlike any other Nigerian or African player, Osimhen's reputation definitely precedes him. The world-renowned striker is famous for his goal-scoring abilities, athleticism, finishing pace, and display of strength on the football pitch. Having showcased these skills since joining Italian Serie A club Napoli from Lille, the 2015 Golden Boot Award winner has guided the club to their first league title in over 3 decades. Equally, Osimhen scored 26 goals for the team, bagged the Serie A Top Scorer Award and the 2023 African Player of the Year Award. It's no wonder that over the past 3 seasons, the Lagos-born striker has been one of the most sought-after players in Europe, with the likes of Chelsea and Real Madrid. Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United and Liverpool showed massive interest in obtaining him. At 25, Victor Osimhen is currently the highest-earning Nigerian player, boasting an annual wage of €16.96 million. Not to put it lightly, the father of one was the highest-paid Serie A player, accounting for nearly 24% of the total earnings of Nigeria's top 25 footballers, a fortune he amassed in Italy playing for Napoli. Surprisingly, Osimhen requested to leave Partenope despite spending a new contract with the club in December 2023. And just like that, Osimhen's transfer and departure from Italy became one of the most talked about during the summer window, with fans expecting the star boy to clinch a spot on an elite team in Europe or with a Saudi club. Sadly, the promising transfer dragged on so long that the award-winning striker ended up on the Turkish side Galatasaray on a 4-month loan deal from Napoli.
İstanbul'da Türkiye'ye hoş geldi. Şimdi
Until January 2024, the Super Eagles striker will have to make Turkey his new home and replicate his performance in Napoli. This would have been celebrated as a win for a lesser-known footballer, but not Osimhen, who is now the 6th Nigerian to don the Simbom jersey. And people have questions: how the F did this happen? Many sports pundits will agree that Victor Osimhen is a player with skills, potentials, and a plan. Even though he had no intention of staying at Stadio Diego Armando Maradona beyond 2024, the football star extended his contract with the team regardless to get a salary increase. Like any footballer with a plan, this was working out for him. Since I've started playing professionally, I've been the one making my own decisions, and everything is work, he told CBS Sports in January of 2024. Well, It seemed to have backfired this time because Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis wasn't willing to let him go too. To be fair, no one would want to give up a player who scored 26 goals and snagged a league title in barely 3 seasons. Unsurprisingly, Partenope had to create a win-win situation where the Super Eagles player extended his contract until 2026 and get a salary increase, but with a buyout clause of €130 million for everyone who wants its most valuable asset. Initially, Osimhen's preferred destination was the English Premier League with Chelsea in mind, but the deal fell apart when he refused to compromise on his wages. According to reports, the Blues offered the promising player just €4 million salary per year and another €4 million that is attached to performance. Compared to the football star's easy €12 million annual salary at Napoli, it was an offer anyone would refuse. Unfortunately, the striker got no bids from Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain. Madrid prioritized signing Kylian Mbappe over Osimhen and needed more money to bid on him. As for PSG, now under Luis Campos, they are prioritizing potential players rather than established stars. So, Osimhen was out of the question. Liverpool, on the other hand, was interested in signing the talented striker but was put off by his wage demands. On deadline day, Chelsea tried to exploit Osimhen's desperation, putting forward their usual deal of long contract and piss-poor wages, but the player stood his ground, leaving room for Saudi Pro League club Al Ahly to make an offer. Negotiations started well as Napoli agreed to €70 million plus €10 million in bonuses with Al Ahly, with Osimhen receiving €40 million per season wages and a release clause to return to Europe in the near future. But then Napoli got greedy and demanded an extra €5 million. The Saudis got irritated and the deal fell apart. Left with no other option, Napoli and Osimhen had to trash out a 1-year loan agreement with Galatasaray. The agreement includes a clause to sell the player in January 2025 at a now reduced clause set at €75 million. While the Italian side will continue to pay Osimhen €220,000 per week in wages, the Turkish side will cover his €10 million annual salary. This may seem like a good deal, but sports pundits have condemned it as one of the worst transfer deals in history. As a matter of fact, they blame Napoli, Osimhen and his agent for what they call a combination of greed, pride and complete incompetence. Without a doubt, this reflects horribly on Osimhen, who seems like the biggest loser here, even though his wages are still significantly high. They say words travel fast in the world of football, which may put off clubs from signing him soon. For someone like Osimhen, who grew up selling gala in Lagos traffic, having a good reputation would give him options that would stop him from returning to the trenches.
I left home while I was a very young boy to sell pure water on the traffic of Lagos.
Yet, a botched transfer deal like this one has been described as one of the top 5 ways to ruin your football career. Career kill aside, this is an embarrassing downgrade for the star striker. Even though the transfer is only temporary, Osimhen is just too good to have ended up in Turkey and could easily demoralize him. This is one of the things it doesn't need right now. The disappointment expressed by fans who had so much hope for him this season is even more heartbreaking. But while he may have lost some fans, the 25-year-old gained millions on September 3, 2024 when he arrived in Turkey for his new journey. Despite arriving at 3:30 a.m., Osimhen was met with cheers and chants at the Istanbul airport, Turkey.
Feels good. The atmosphere is amazing. One of the best fans in the world. It's great to be here. I'm really excited. Of course, I can't wait to see them in the stadium. I can't wait to hear how they scream when I score. I'm ready to give my best for them. I'm really excited to be here.
Which he met with equal enthusiasm, but deep down, pundits are certain he is not as thrilled to be in Turkey following news that he has sacked his agent, Roberto Calenda, for incompetence. Reacting, Super Falcons star and reigning African Women's Player of the Year Azizat Oshoala gave her 2 cents on Osimhen's embarrassing transfer, dragging Chelsea for the poor deal they offered. If you hear wetin your club offer Victor Osimhen, even you sef go swear for them, she wrote in a now deleted post on X. Also reacting, an ex-user weighed in. From Syria A to some random Turkish club. Ha! RIP career. He had great potential. One praised the striker. Victor Osimhen stood his ground and Napoli never believed that an African would be so tough like that. Despite the obvious frustration, he demanded his worth and he made Napoli shift grounds. Henceforth, Nigerian players and by extension Africans will be respected by European clubs. One wrote, now he needs to surround himself with the right people, react to things like a professional, play 3 more seasons in Europe, move to Saudi Arabia and make mad money. One added, I still think he needs to get a good agent like George Mendes because all this mess would have been avoided. One added, he had no business signing that extension in the first place. Look at Mbappe for example. And I just grease this Galatasaray move. It's not a good move at all. Now 3 steps backward. He's elite. One wrote, although I'm a Chelsea fan, I believe Osimhen actually won this fight. Napoli were actually going to be the real losers. They had to fall out with their star man and they still wanted to make money off him. Chelsea had FFP issues, so you can't blame them for pricing him cheap. Also reacting, an ex-user wrote, Osimhen sold Gala in the traffic while growing up. Now he will be playing for Galatasaray. Aura for aura, Gala for Gala. Meanwhile, transfer market expert Fabrizio Romano has reported that Chelsea is still very interested in Osimhen, but will they offer the star player a new, better deal in January 2025? Will Osimhen's new agent, George Gardi, broker a better deal? Who is to blame for Osimhen's loan to Cbom? Napoli? Is it his agent or the player himself? Did this happen because of greed, pride, or incompetence? Finally, is this really a career end for the Lagos-born striker or the beginning of something better?
Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like and share. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.